Hey everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today I bring to you a hilarious saga between a student and his professor. Sit back, relax and enjoy. My name is Jeff, and I was your typical college student. Broke, sleep deprived, and always looking for ways to spice up my mundane life. One day, while sitting in my statistics class, I had a brilliant idea. I would eat my entire lunch with a spoon, just for the heck of it. I snuck my spaghetti into class, hid it under my desk, and waited for the perfect moment to strike. And so, during a particularly boring lecture on standard deviation, I whipped out my spaghetti and spoon. I began to twirl the noodles onto my spoon with the elegance of a master chef. At first, no one noticed. But then, a few curious glances turned into stares, which quickly turned into shocked gasps. My professor, completely oblivious to the commotion, continued droning on about normal distributions. But I was unfazed. I was in the zone, lost in the hypnotic rhythm of my spaghetti eating. Then, all of a sudden, the professor noticed me. The professor looked up from his notes, his eyes locking onto my pasta-filled spoon. "Mr. Jeff," he said in a stern voice, "what exactly do you think you're doing?" I, still caught up in my spaghetti trance, simply smiled and replied, "Eating lunch, sir. With a spoon." The professor, now thoroughly perplexed, responded, "I see that. But why, pray tell, are you eating spaghetti with a spoon?" I considered my answer carefully before responding. "Well, sir, it's part of a social experiment. I'm studying the reactions of people to unusual behavior. And I must say, my findings are quite fascinating." The professor looked at me skeptically, but I could see the gears in his head turning. "A social experiment, you say? Well, I suppose that is an interesting topic. But it's not appropriate for the classroom." And that's when he dropped the hammer. "Mr. Jeff, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the classroom. Your behavior is disruptive and inappropriate." I nodded solemnly, gathering my things and standing up from my seat. "I understand, sir. I apologize for the disturbance." As I walked out of the classroom, I heard a smattering of applause and laughter from my classmates. And that's how I got kicked out of class for eating spaghetti with a spoon. But you know what? It was totally worth it. Because sometimes, life is just too short to use a fork when you can eat spaghetti with a spoon and confuse the heck out of your professor. And if that's not a life lesson, I don't know what is. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.